Well, if you remember, the last two books that I made were basically the autumn theme. And so ever since I finished those, I started collecting things together to make a winter one. And so now that we are already, already a week into winter, even though it's been kind of chilly here longer than a week. But I finished these, and so I thought this would be perfect timing to um, do a flip through of these two books. I'm not sure what to call them, books, journals, it depends what you end up using them for. But I've made two, and I will show the inside of each of them. So what this is made from is a 1969 encyclopedia yearbook. I've altered the front with some cardboard, and I have lace, I have embroidery, I have cotton, I have buttons, a little bit of everything. Oh, and some book pages. And then, of course, some owls. I love owls. That's for another story. I think I explained that on a live stream one day. And then the back has just gone over and whitewashed and put a little bit of gold along the edges to highlight the gold that was already here on the spine. Okay, so we'll go inside. Oh, size. What are the dimensions? I always forget that. This is 7 by 10, and the spine is a little under 2. All right. Now, this particular book, like the last one, it's really meant to be like an art journal of some sort, in the sense that I've already done some of the pages, I've decorated some, and then others I've left little pieces of inspiration for you to work on the pages. Because sometimes people say, well, I'd love to do this, but I don't have the right colors, or I don't know what to use. But I think it's something I would like to try. So instead of just second guessing yourself, I thought, well, let me put something together that has a few little components that visually can help you create, the pages that you want to do through inspiration and little things that I've left inside of the book. And then I think once you see those, you go, oh, well, I have this and I have that. And then hopefully that'll kind of snowball into you using your things to complete this book. All right, so those of you that have watched one of my live streams, we did her sister. We didn't do her, but we did her sister. And that was a pretty interesting story. You'll have to go back and see that one, because that was very, very convoluted. Okay, so let me just flip through these pages to see the materials that are in here. This was a handkerchief, cotton handkerchief. And then these are not permanent in here. This is glued down, but this is for you to use and be inspired with. And these pages here, this particular one is a cotton that has been plastered on to give that texture. This is mixed media paper, just inspirational. The handmade paper here. Some more cotton with the plaster. And this page is started for you. Some more cotton. This one has plaster on this side. This is mixed media. Some more of the plastered material, handmade paper, mixed media. And here's a finished, halfway finished page for inspiration. This is still all left for you to be able to make your own, but this kind of just gives you an idea of what you can do. And this also is for your inspiration. Some more cotton with some plaster. And then here's just some different pictures for you to look at and be inspired by or use. Some more cotton. And this is watercolor paper. Some more cotton with plaster. This is mixed media with some fabric on it. Piece of fabric. Some more plastered fabric. Some handmade paper. Piece of fabric to play with. Some playing cards. And a few more pictures to play with, and a few pieces of fabric that I thought would look cute in this journal. And then a couple of more scraps, a few scraps of the paper we used, and a falling apart eco print paper. I thought the gold would look pretty cool in there. And then a separate piece of the plaster fabric. And so that's in this one. Now in the other one, same size book, same basic construction. And in the front again, use pretty much the same materials and just try to switch it up a little bit. So you got some doily and some lace and a button and the picture and the cardboard and the fabric underneath. And that's that cover. Now this is the lady, the princess. Very lengthy story. Why she has no arms. So that'll be the mystery. You'll have to go back and figure out how that story developed. But here is some handmade paper, and here's the cardboard. And on here all I did was I added a napkin to this cardboard to give it this these colors on here, and then put some gesso over it. Very simple. Plaster cotton. Some more things to play with. Here's one that I finished. And so that it can, whoops, let me get that in front, so it can inspire you of some things that you can do with your pages. Oops. All right. And these two have the plaster on them also. And then these are some pictures and some material and some ribbon to play with. These are playing cards. Handmade paper. Some more of the cloth with some plaster. Some wallpaper. And this is done also. And these are napkins. And some more plastered cotton. Some more inspiration. Some more pieces to play with. This is plastered. And then a couple of things that you can use. I had all these laid out to work into the journal, but I had some left over from the pages that I actually made up. So I thought, oh, let's just include that so they can be inspired the same way that I was inspired. All right, these have been with me for a while because I worked on it, then I put them to the side, then I worked on them. So they've been here in my home for long enough. So now it's looking for a new home, and as always, I hope that new home is with you.